feel good.
Obviously, we go to Rotary.org. If you are a Windows person, boy, this thing's jumping around a lot. Let's do that. If you're a Windows person, probably want to use Mozilla Firefox. People are reporting some issues with Internet Explorer, that it's not displaying right. The site will tell you right away at certain points as you get into it that your browser might be old and outdated. That's either a sign you need to do an update, or it's a sign, hey, guess what? Your computer's really old. You got to think about it new, and it's a subtle thing to do. Anyway, so we're at Rotary.org, and just to bring this down, I'm filling the screen, but we're simply at Rotary.org. This part of the website, if you've been here and scroll down, is really not for Rotarians. It's for people we hope become Rotarians. As a Rotarian, we're interested in the part up here that says My Rotary. This starts everything as a Rotarian. Okay, I'm going to log me out because obviously... So when you go to My Rotary, you're presented with this screen. You're either going to sign in or register. And to do that, click here. Now, if you already have an account, log in. If you don't have an account, go here. It's pretty easy. First name, last name, email you want to use. Just verify that you're over 18. Continue. It's really straightforward to create an account. You'll get an email from Rotary sent to your sign-in email, making sure that you actually want to do this. This keeps people from signing you up for it, you know, without your okay. So let's sign in now. Let's presume you have an account, and I'm going to sign in.
Are all of them at Somerset County?
Do you have his password?
Yes, I have his password.
This is really great. Can you tweet that out to everybody? So, we don't remember that. Okay. And we have to wait till it does this little thing. I'm logged in. Here's how you know that it knows who you are. If you scroll down, as I am, it says, oh, my club name, because I'm logged in under me, is Greensburg. Here's where we meet. Good thing to verify this, by the way. Very important. Number of members, charter date, who the president is, the goals we have achieved. And I kind of want to segue into this. Yes, lady with the glasses. You're wearing them today. Thank you.
Yeah, that's one of those irritating things. Is that reflecting the district's goals or international's goals?
What?
It certainly isn't the club's goals.
Yeah, we're going to get into that because this is
does
where
not reflect
I
our
was hoping, or DGE, Mark, Club Central has been out for what, he worked 2 years? 2 years now. However, Rotary's done a really good job of somewhat keeping it a secret until Mark's year, if you will, because Mark and I have been doing training for the presidents that are in the room and the AGs in the room, incoming presidents. No one gave us any formal training. So we're learning as we go. We're learning by training. We're learning by asking questions. There's been nothing formal out of Rotary.org. Now, part of the question, what Dawn is asking is, who populates this stuff? Where do these numbers come from? They allegedly come, RI does this on the fly. We don't think it's completely accurate yet, but you know, this is a new system. It's supporting the world's clubs. How many Rotary clubs? 34,000. So there's some glitches. But here's the thing to remember. When you put data in, it's there and it's solid. This seems to be a little reporting issue. They'll work that out. And hopefully it'll get worked out better July 1 forward than it is right now. What I want to get into is Rotary Club Central and tell you why the incoming presidents, you've heard this, you've been trained on this, AGs, you've been trained on this. Who's not an incoming president or AG in the room? Okay, good. Listen to this, because this is why every Rotarian in your club needs to know about this, which means please go spread the word to them. It used to be incoming presidents had to fill out this god-awful long, handwritten planning thing that we all hated, and AGs came and beat us over the head, most of us, like me, to get this thing done for my year, and we just hated it. Rotary has kind of gone to the web age, the internet age, if you will, and put together this web app that allows us to do it. So, if I want to look at goals for my club, and we have to wait till it patiently loads.
Maybe John didn't fill it
I
out.
think I blew it up. Okay.
There it is.
Now, as district trainer, it defaults to my club until the end of June. I get to see everybody's stuff, but that's not important. Here are the important tabs. I'm dealing with the club view. At the club view, I can look at my club, my service projects, and my foundation giving. This all is populated from Rotary International that I'm about to show you right now. This shows what beginning and end of year membership numbers for the last 5 years. Pretty cool. Obviously, we haven't quite got down to the end of this year, but this comes out of what's reported to RI. Notice when I point on a bar, it shows me the numbers, which is really kind of nice. Our goal was 106. We're at 100. This little green line is our total retention. This is great. You can kind of see where your club's been in membership, and where you can hope to go. Hopefully to set realistic goals. Every member has access to this what I'm about to show you, and they should look at it. We're looking at the current year. We started July at 99. Right now we believe we're going to end at 100 unless we add some more somewhere. Our goal is 106. We have a 91% retention rate. I'm not sure, which basically means for every 100 members we bring in, we keep 91 of them. Our churn rate's a little higher than that, so I'm not sure I buy into that. We think it's a little higher than that. If you report gender trends, you can get gender breakdowns. If you report ages, you can get age breakdowns. And you have the ability to get this for every club in the district if you want. So you can look and see how your neighbor club, or I can see what Somerset's doing because they're knocking on the door for our size club. Now we have this running battle. He's got more members.
I think we took over.
So he thinks, well, we'll fix that, don't worry. Anyway, it's pretty slick. Now, what the incoming presidents know they can do is they can go in and set their goals and see the edit capability. Unless you're an officer, you don't get that. So who cares? You really don't want to have to use it anyway. You can track your Rotarian engagement. How many members have sponsored new Rotarians? Members in Rotary Action Groups, members in Rotary Fellowships, members in district roles, etc. All of it's there. Your club members at any time, at any point, can see what your club's doing. You can compare yourself against the district. It's really wonderful, and it's all there.
And Jeff,
Yes?
and this is where I get your membership figure to do your billing semi-annual. Comes
Yes.
from this site.
Everything now is going to be online, like the future is now, that old line. It is now for everything. I keep saying this for the non-officers in the room. Every DG, incoming DG, reports to RI what their, for example, their foundation goals are. They don't care what Mark tells them. They go by what's here in each club, and each club is put in. This is going to be used extensively. You'll probably see it change too in look, capabilities, but basically communications, public relations. These are all the, there's 5 avenues of service, right? I call these the club service. This is the club service right here. Your club is club service. Now, you click on the service tab, these would be the other 4. And we have to wait while it loads. Part of it's the server part. Yes?
Well, so the goals that we are to put in by June 1st, this is what we're talking about.
Yes,
So we're
yes.
putting in our goals.
Yes.
And then do we have to do goals within each tab?
Yes, you do. Yes. Because you're going to, the first tab, being club service goals, what's my membership? You're going to have to put in what you think you're going to do. And I keep encouraging John, who's out of here, to be realistic. Incoming president, you try to be, I can increase membership. My belief is, and Ron probably knows this being in Somerset, your area is as big as your area is going to get. So how big, like our club, we're at 100. Can we get 110? I don't know. We churn 10 to 16 members a year from transfers, attrition for various reasons. I don't see us, we could ever get 110, so you have to be realistic in your
Can't
goals.
achieve what you can't conceive.
Yeah.
I do want to interject one thing,
Please.
all right, since you haven't put yours in yet, and you're not the only one, I promise, all right? Very important thing. After each entry, click save. All right, we heard that.
Oh, that is so
Let
important,
me
yes.
repeat that. After each entry,
Can't
click
stress
save.
that enough, so. Yeah, good point, Mark, thank you. Now, if we click on the service tab, this is where you can track the number of volunteers you use to complete your projects in a given year and the hours they put in. Now, if you look at this, you go, oh, come on, Jeff. You got 100 members in your club. How can you have 156 volunteers? What if you join with other groups, your Interact, your Rotary clubs, any other organization in your community? You sponsor a project, those people help, they should be counted. That's only fair. And the incoming presidents know how to add that information. Not only do they put in their goals, they also put in when the program's over, or when the program's over, that project, what were the actual number of volunteers, hours, expenses, etc. Cash and in-kind value. Let's scroll down a little bit more. So this is for our club right now. And by the way, he's not in the room, he's down the grant management seminar. Tim Henry, as a help to our incoming president, John Hanna, went in and backfilled all this stuff a couple months ago to give John a hand to do his year. I know Johnstown has done this. They were probably one of the first beta testers of this system. I don't know if there's any other clubs in the district that have done this for this year. Throw your hand up, I'll recognize you. But it's really been a big help. Notice that we're looking on 2013-14. Here are projects that fall under, and there's a few errors here again, first year. Tim had no training, by the way. He just went in and did this. I give him credit. You know, our family picnic, that's really a club service. Probably shouldn't be in here because it really doesn't fall under New Generations, which would be youth services. Doesn't fall under international, etc. So notice that we've achieved these projects through Tim's year already. That's this year. You can look and see what's planned for next year. Here's what John has put in to date. Once it we patiently wait for it to load.
Well, there's the showcase.
Yes, it does. We've been having a lot of questions. If you do and this is one of the reasons that, let's pop up to the beginning here. I want to stress this, that you want to be in the service, when you're in the service tab and you're planning and you do an event, you can do something called share on showcase. And Rotary is really big on this. This means you can take that really cool project you do and tell Rotary you'd like them to publish this, present this on their showcase website. We're going to kind of hopefully get to that before the end of time. You can put in photos, you can put in text what you did, you can do links to Facebook, to Rotary's Facebook page. I know you have a lot of questions in that, just covered it briefly. I don't have the answers for all that yet, but you can link to Facebook, etc. It's really great. That also tells me that any of the things on this list, the only items on this list should be worthy of clicking on this, on share on. I think that's fair, right? If it's not so cool that you don't want to tell the world about it, it's probably not why are you doing the program? You know, really. You know, maybe it's a good way to clean house, trim some branches on those programs we do that we've been doing forever, because you know we've been doing for the last 12 years, and as we discussed earlier in Randall's little thing, because this is the way we do it. Yeah, but is it worth doing? Anyway, really slick. You can go back in time and see what we do, you know, 2-3 years ago. Although, as you can see, there's really nothing here because we never used the system until this year. And let's wait for it to load. So again, these are just highlights, not here to show you how to use it, but to whet your appetite to go use it and share it with your club members. That's the goal here, because we have some other cool stuff on whatever. This graph is populated directly from the Rotary Foundation. You do nothing to affect it other than change your goals. This is my club's goal, and you can see we're fixing this. We're horrible at foundation giving. There's a plan in place this year and one that John's bringing in to rectify that issue. Probably because it was so hard to get this reporting. Who's ever looked at those club recognition summary reports just to make you want to like stab your eyes out because they're so confusing. Anyway, it's real simple here. I get actual numbers again by viewing, just by moving my mouse over certain points. You can see Paul Harris Society, sustaining members, every Rotarian every year, other contributions, Polio Plus. It's all there for you, all done. So any of the members can see how you're doing at any point through the year, and obviously goes back, or as it shows here, goes back 5 years. Again, I'm just trying to whet your appetite. There are all kind of reports available. The ability to access, what reports you can access depends on your position in the club. If you're just a member, you can get your individual reports. You don't get to obviously see what your club mates have contributed to the foundation because, hey, it's just none of your business, you know, etc. So be aware, because I'm district trainer, they give me access to everything, etc. So I'm going to write this and hope you can see the back because there's a lot of glare here. So how do you get to Rotary Club Central? Obviously, Rotary.org. This is the shortcut, by the way. / Yeah, it's a paint. It's a lot. It's the paint they put
It's a
on.
graceful wall.
Actually, when Mark said he blew his budget, that was to reconstruct the wall when I'm done. Can you not see that? Well, this.
It's shining for them.
Does that help?
Actually,
better?
turn the backlights off, it might work better.
Does that help?
There you go.
There's a lot of glare in here, I know. You know, they use glossy paint. Should have used matte paint, but anyway. Listen. So that's to get in, the shortcut to get in. If you want to look at a PowerPoint or a PDF, a little reference on how to use this, this is the shortcut. 2 other things as well, and that's Learn Rotary. Apologize for my handwriting. LearnRotary.org. So you should write those down and keep those.
It's learn.org.
Learn.rotary.org. Yeah, that's the shortcut. Learn.rotary.org. You don't need the www in front of this one. It's just, save your keystrokes. It's rotary.org/Club Central. To get the learning resources, learn.rotary.org. Get to scroll down the bottom, boom, you're there. And you can download some cool PDFs. They're actually pretty well done. Rotary has really upped the game on their training materials. They're much better. They used to be horrible and or non-existent. They're getting much better now. So, all right. Any questions on that? Oh, and then the last thing, if you have a problem
John.
with Rotary.
At Rotary.org.
.org, we have a person at RI called John Hannes. And his email address, he's really good. This guy's really sharp. I've not talked to him, but I've listened to him. Is John.Hannes, Hannes @Rotary.org. Email him. The guy's great. And he's probably the expert in Rotary, or on Club Central, because he's got, how many zones? 2 zones?
He's CDS for the Americans. So.
Oh, so he's got all American Rotarians emailing him all the time. I can't imagine his inbox. Anyway. All right, let me bring the lights down. And by the way, if you can't read that or you need information later, not a problem, just see me. Okay.
Actually, after July 1, we'll put those links right on the website so you can just
Yeah,
go
that's
in and click.
probably the smartest thing to do.
Whatever.
All right.
We'll do it. You'll be able to click on there. Go to our website and be able to look right there.
That was good.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see the board that way
Do
too.
you still, is the screen okay? Because I can leave the
Yes.
lights on.
Yes.
Okay, great, great, okay. Are they working here now? Yeah, I
they're
thought
in the
they
middle.
might.
The monitors are all working.
All right. I'm going to show you the next really, I call it the hidden secret of Rotary. Yes.
Can we get on? We're not able to get on.
Then they've kicked the Wi-Fi. I'm not in control of that. So. What that?
Wi-Fi's working.
Is it back? You might have to re-log in. And again,
I've done
Can we still read this?
Yeah, we can
What's
see it.
the number?
Turn your Wi-Fi off, turn it back on. It's
Sure, you set it for Wi-Fi, I don't know.
all lowercase, guest hyphen W, password is Ron649. Okay, so when you log into My Rotary, remember you're taken to this screen, because at this screen, this is where you scroll down to get into Club Central until you know the really cool shortcut. But if you click on Manage and scroll down to Logos, anybody that was paying attention to this,
No, you're
What
not
should I do?
trustworthy. My goodness.
I understand the risks because it's not. This is why I like to use my equipment. We're using theirs here, so let it load. Okay, so we're going to here. Those of you that may have noticed this cool little logo, I'll show you how we did that. You can do one for your club. It's so easy. And I'll show you some other cool stuff too. And again, I'm just trying to whet your appetite. This is not the how-to. This is the show thing, and just to make sure that I stay. Yeah, I don't have enough time to do this. So let's come back to the left. See? Okay. Club logo template. Click on view. Remember, I went to manage and logo, rather repeat it. Go to create. If you use this, you absolutely 100% conform with the new branding stuff. It makes us all look so professional, all the same, like we actually are a really organized group of Rotarians in our clubs. All this stuff at this gets changed by typing something in here. And if I click back that box, let's say I want to create a logo for my new, Mark Kessler's new Rotary Club. Oops, I'm gonna turn it back on.
Uh-oh.
Fun. There we go.
Rotary Club of Fun. I click Save. I just say OK. I haven't found out why I want to do that click Save thing, but anyway, do it because you have to. You can't go to the next step. Eventually, you'll be able to download it as a PNG file or a JPEG file, but for right now, you download it as a PDF. And boom, you have it for use in your documents. Well, I recreated our club's letterhead with it. Not that club, but our club.
Oh.
Not Mark's new Fun Club.
Right.
But it's that easy to create a logo. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler. I merely backed all this out and just put in oops. I think they need a new keyboard.
7.
Yeah, we
It's the keyboard. It's not like taking the key presses.
Oh, sometimes
Yeah,
that
that's true
happens.
here. Going too fast. Okay.
Need a 0.
There we go. And you create it like that. There it is. It's that simple. Pretty slick.
Yeah, it is.
It's really cool. Now, I want to show you one of the, we've got a few minutes together. I've got 7 minutes to show you the last thing that's really cool. Back up again. This is Rotary using a lot of, here we go, create, I think it's here. Come on, girl. You can, this already has pre-made templates for PowerPoint. Really nice. It's already got everything laid in there. You just have to put in your content. You can create your own brochure. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can create business cards, and I actually did this yesterday afternoon. Let me show you if I can find it here.
Is there a create your own website?
There is not.
Elite
Because I could have
technology
answered
will
that
be
question a
happy.
lot quicker, couldn't I? So,
Jeff, but Elite Technology would happy to design it for a fee?
Oh, yeah, here, we've already talked about that. So, and you can create things like business cards and just print them out in your printer. Ivy Happy's the president of the Rotary Club of Fun. They live at, their club meets at 123 4 Test, Fun City. I was in a good mood when I did this. Extra cup of coffee. But anyway, just create your own card. It's that easy. They're doing this for us now. You don't have to create it. And again, we're complying with the use of the color, the use of the wheel, positioning, the font size. It's all there. All we do is put in our specific content. Really, really nice. And there's the banner I could use with the club, etc. if I wanted to. Now, let's get to the cool thing. You can create your own brochure. Okay, let's create that brochure. Although I'm not going to do it now, because I don't think we have time. No, we really don't have time to do that. You can change these pictures to whatever you want, because keep in mind, this is available to the world. So you probably use pictures that make sense for your geographic area. The text that's here, our event calendar, I just click here and make changes. That's all I do. It's pretty easy. Location heading, where does my club meet? Our meeting location, contact information. You can click and change all this. And if I do that real quick, boy, this goes a lot faster in your own PC instead of the one you're using here. Hey, deal with the typos, because we'll be here all day if I don't. And what that has done, you can't see it in the back, I typed in the date as tomorrow, it populates tomorrow up there. And I created a brochure yesterday, printed it out in a laser printer. It's that easy. You know how brochures. The beautiful thing of this is, you could do it for specific events or events, print out just what you need, throw away at the end of the event, come up with a new one for your next project, and pass these around. It's that easy. They've done the work for
I was
us.
going to say artwork's all done, ready to roll.
Yeah, and by the way, for those of you, and some of you have heard this from me before, I was talking to John Yucca, General Secretary of Rotary. I had the opportunity last fall. And he was talking about the website, because I was kind of praising the website. And he said that the website, phase 1, was just getting the initial thing up for the public. Phase 2 is starting to add these things in the back. And he said phase 3 is just going to be unbelievable. So they're marching along, and they're really using technology to make our lives easier. That's all this is about, is to make our jobs easier, instead of us recreating items all the time for everything. It just simply does not make sense. And actually, I can do this.
Does it sound like something everybody could use and would use? Yeah. All right. Because, now Jeff set me up on something, and I didn't know this. He asked me the other day, I need a couple of your events. And that's where he put that, to put this brochure together. But how professional does this look? You have a club event, or a Rotary Day event, which we talked about that at Pets and Post-Pets. You put out a brochure for the general public. Now, the one thing, are we allowed to send this to the printers and start ready, or?
Yeah, actually, you
Chuck, do you know
download
that?
you download it as a PDF.
Yeah.
This is a PDF I'm displaying here. It looks kind of crappy on the screen. It really looks much better when you print it.
But you download it to a, download it to a PDF, go to your printer, have them print out, let's say you want to distribute 1,000 of them, artwork's all done. You don't have to pay for it.
It's a finished deal. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. I mean, wow. So remember that. Get that My Rotary account. Click in,
Yeah.
manage, get down to publications, boom, you're in. You're in. Wait a long time.
It's fine.
Yes, okay, yeah, I'm giving you no time, so you're.
That's okay.
All right. We're going to click to the next thing because I went overtime. Let's talk about what Mark wants, and there's a whole bunch of us way behind him on this. changes of the way we do things. Just as Rotary International is driving us to the web, we want more and more use of the district's website by not only the incoming presidents, but also by the Rotarians at large in our district.
So, one of the things, and actually, like Rotary Club Central, my thoughts are a work in progress. And Jeff and I have been training on the Rotary website now, Club Central, for probably we're a good 12 to 15 weeks now.
Yeah.
And each week something new comes on. Donna, you noticed about the showcase. That wasn't there during our training. I know for a fact it wasn't.
It wasn't there consistently, it
Right.
seems. So.
All right.
No.
So, what my wishes are is that, quite frankly, we all communicate not only better, but easier. One of the things when we were talking about these three things, after July 1, we're going to figure a way, and it's not that hard, I know, to put those links right onto the website.
Yeah.
If you click the Rotary 7330, you're going to be able to access anything and everything you need.
Feedback that you have given us is you want the district website to be really fast and easy for you. Show me events. If I can register an event, let me do it, and you can do it here. We want you to encourage you and your membership to give us your email address so that those really cool, some of you, those really cool looking emails you get that Dave sends out, we want them to send more of those out. They look professional, they're branding, it's consistent, you know it's from the district, but we need email addresses to do that. We have no other way of getting them. Rotary doesn't give them to us.
Right. As a matter of fact, Dave, you said we have what, about 350, 370 email addresses?
And
We know
yes,
we're approaching
Ballpark.
1,200 members. So there's a lot of territory we can cover and help.
We do not sell or rent those email addresses to any other organization for any reason.
Maybe you do.
Yeah.
But, well, maybe we should, extra money.
Or
It'll all go to
except
foundation. But anyhow, again, everything we're doing is feedback from all of you. The more feedback we have, the more realistic, more real world we can be about this. So, incidentally, who's the funny one who put on that they registered this morning? That wasn't done at 6 o'clock this morning. We were at 65, now we're at 66.
Yeah,
Somebody-
so for example, we had 6, and you can't imagine how these numbers help when you're trying to plan food and room size. I know as Rotarians, we have commitment issues. We should have done a whole session on that, Randall. We all have commitment issues that we'd like to commit when we wake up this morning, but you really need to give us numbers to plan for it. It's so important.
And, you know, we're all procrastinators at heart, but that's another story.
Yeah,
We really are.
We're Rotarians.
Yeah, we're Rotarians, so it gives us with the territory. Jeff and Tom, since you're here too, Tom, just so you know, is the unsung hero in this.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the one, to put it bluntly, he catches all the crap when it goes wrong, and he doesn't get any of the praise when it's right. But very seriously, without Tom Druitt, this website in any form does not exist.
I do websites for a living, but this was so much more time than I was willing to put in with all the other stuff I had, and then Tom, for whatever brain damaged moment, said, I'll do that. And they spent unbelievable hours, I can tell you. This registration system was not trivial to set up on the system in the back end, and the other things he's done. This stuff's incredible. We need to use it. It really makes everybody's life easier. Because who got an email reminder about today?
Everybody should have.
Because you registered here, and then we could send you that reminder. Wasn't that cool? What if there was a last minute change we had to make? The start time, there was a water damage. How do we get a hold of you? If you don't go here and register and let us know. That's really the other reasons for it.
Right.
So.
Something else too, and Jeff just rearranged this, and it's good. It's going to be in the center, but we want your club events on there. All right. Those of you who are at Post Pets heard me say this,
And we have a couple.
and we have a couple.
One,
Vanessa
two,
Ross Draver
three
has
right
some.
here.
Youngwood.
I don't know what's on the second
There's
page.
another page too, Masquerade Oldies Party. All right, and I'll tell you where a lot of this came from. My wife, and those of you who know my wife, this is extremely humorous, came over to work one day. I work on Saturdays, and she stopped in at my work and said, "Is there any Rotary events we can go to tonight?" Now, my wife is
She'll
usually-
never live that down.
Oh yeah,
So-
she'll never. Yeah, my wife is. Don't you have time for me? But she came over, and I said, "I don't know." I went to the website, and guess what? I did not find any Rotary events. All right, and again, if nobody puts that information in, so somebody.
Tom, how do they get people on there? How
There
do they
you
get
go.
events on here? I don't even know, honestly. Like, how does somebody, do they have to email you? Or the link that didn't work that I changed, that what they're putting on?
Events right up there.
Yeah,
We don't have a pointer.
it always works if you email me.
Yeah. that link was broken, so I changed it. It just went to this error thing. So I just linked it back to this.
So
Okay.
what's your email, Tom?
So,
tcdruitts@comcast.net.
yeah, that's probably the best way.
TC Druitz, DREWITZ, @comcast.net.
There was a link there, but as the systems get updated, sometimes the links get broken. So I just took it out yesterday. Tom's ready to kill me. I just did all these changes yesterday. Yeah, but anyway, it'll come back, but the safe way email them to get it in there. And remember,
Tell you
here's
what,
the thing you need. I'm gonna help you out.
I'll fix it.
Oh!
It'll change it. Here's what you need to tell Tom. What, where, start and end time. And everyone says, well, it starts at 6 o'clock. Well, does it go on forever? Does it go on until 9? Even if it's a guess, again, there's no Rotary police. I think Maria said that earlier. Just say it. We think it'll be 4 hours. Just give them so we can put an end time in there. It really helps a lot.
Can you say his email address one more time?
TC.
Druids.
Put
Put it on the board.
Tango Charlie Delta Romeo Echo Whiskey India Tango Zulu.
That would all work if you said it slower.
Tango Charlie Delta Romeo Echo Whiskey India Tango Zulu.
You gave yourself away there, military.
All right, a couple other things that are going to be appearing and to help with communications. Your Club of the Year scorecards, what you need to do, will be on the district website after July 1. Club visitations, which have always been on there, will be going on shortly. Ron's done with his, so those I can put on now. I'm not putting the our scorecard on yet because Ron's here is still active, so that's not fair and I don't want to confuse anybody. If a current club president looks, oh,
There it is.
there it is. All right,
You
TC
can read
Drew,
my
it's at
handwriting.
Comcast.net.
That's not a 2, that is a Z. Sorry, I
That's
typed.
a Z.
That's a Z. Oh,
That's a
It's a
Z.
Z.
All right. But again,
I typed
oh,
that, man.
wait.
Hold on, I tell you a quick story. In Zone, sit with this professor of anthropology. Tells me he says, when you've been tenured, you can do what you want. He's a really cool guy. He says, so I dug out all these spiral handbooks from notes taken from archaeological digs and gave them to the students and said, look over these notes and summarize them. And a kid came up to me and was so ashamed. He said, I don't know how to read cursive.
Right.
They're not taught it. We do everything with keyboards or phones. I've become that way. My handwriting never started well, but believe me, it hasn't gotten better because we do everything on the keyboard. So yes, I live with it.
All right. And it must be something for the class of 74 of Latrobe High School because his handwriting's better than mine, and mine's terrible too. I think everybody here knows that not Jeff and I went to high school together. So, yeah, there we are, class 74 still together. Whatever. All right. Anyhow, back to that. So your scorecards for Club of the Year, which will also be Crystal Citation, Governor's Crystal Citation are going to be there. Please, if you have an event, put it on there. Let other Rotarians, let people, because we're going to try to find a way to encourage some PR, and I'll talk to Kerry about this, to drive people from outside of Rotary to our website too. Just as Rotary International is trying to do the same thing, I hope to. So, what other forms of communication?
That actually, I think, is where I'd like to end it because we're really on break right now. We talked to you 6 minutes in. So, you got any questions? I know we can walk away.
You mentioned the scorecards. Are there certain years supposed to be?
Mark. DG Mark.
Yes.
Scorecards. When do they use them, etc.? I got a question on that.
Okay, what was the question?
The scorecards, I know you sent the criteria in your email. Is there a certain time of year we're supposed to submit those?
I'm sorry, there's
Is there a time of year we're supposed to submit those?
Oh, yes, it's going to be, actually, I think it was on the bottom, if not, when it's on there, everything has to be done by May 31st. Okay, next year, right. So I'm giving you the full year to do it, and I'll talk about that in goals a little bit later. Thanks.
Where's Tracy?
She's right there in the back.
You know what? Can we live without a break? Because otherwise we're going to be way behind
She
schedule.
has it set up, so,
Okay, so how about it's 7 till 11 now. Let's be back in this room at 11 sharp. So just get out, get something to drink real quick because Mark and I. What's that? Yeah, just take a break right now for 7 minutes. Well, we had 2 breaks in the morning. So they need setup time. Mark and I get us together. We can't stop talking.
Yeah.
Actually, Brandon, we didn't argue at all. It's amazing. He and I argued
They
9
follow that.
hours straight on Rotary.
Because there's a-